just like you, Kevin, I want to help others grow. And what better place to learn and do that with than you? I want to make you money, and I want to make me money, Kevin.
I see myself doing something creative, not worrying a lot about money. Although, of course, money is always a factor. I know that, a variable in the equation of money. But
by the end of 2027, I see myself being worth $10 million by running multiple companies, which include property management, new construction, and multifamily investments.
We want to be in nature, but we need to have an economy nearby that we can make money off of and support our family. So after doing much searching, we came to Tahoe, and it's been good up here. Tahoe's been good. We manage and clean houses up here. The only way, though, we're really able to make it lucrative is because we bust our ass, and we work twice as hard as everybody else, which means we make about $50 an hour.
I currently am a financial assistant at an insurance company, and on the weekends I work at a restaurant for extra cash. I bought a house when I was 21. I invest in the stock market weekly, and I'm a course member with you guys. I do own some Tattoo Chef. I know, please don't kill me.
So those videos are from just essentially regular people who are watching YouTube and want to work for a scammer like me, Kevin. And to me, it's obvious he's a scammer, but the point is it's not obvious to everyone, as evidenced by these videos. And I want to have a chat with you, sort of why I do this stuff every single day, is basically to demonstrate that not everyone is crazy in this world, and not everyone is out to cheat you and scam you like someone like me, Kevin. Let me show you this, for example. This is just in my spam mailbox today. I mean, I'm just checking today, and it says renewal invoice date 1/19/2023. Dear customer, as a registered customer, we are pleased to assist you. We have a premium security services available for installation. According to our contact with you, your plan will be auto-renewed within 24 hours, and you will be charged $349. If you do not authorize this charge, you have 24 hours to cancel and get an instant refund and your annual subscription by contacting our customer at, and then they have a 1-800 number. And so basically, if you saw this thing, you fell for it, you would call the 1-800 number, and they probably ask you, what's your address, what's your credit card number, so we can give the refund back to you, that kind of nonsense, and you're gonna get scammed. Unfortunately, there's just a lot of this stuff out there, and I see it in YouTube comments, stuff like that, and sort of why I try to really, really demonstrate to you guys that you can live healthy every day, but you have to work at it. I want to give you another example of a daily scam that people may or may not know about. Here's an example. So this is Shark Tank. This is an older article, but you can find lots of different articles about this. And basically, what you can do, you can check how many people go on the Shark Tank show, and then how many deals actually go through. Yeah, you heard that right. How many deals actually go through? Because the reality is, it's just a TV show, guys. It's not real. A lot of the deals actually don't go through. So you can see here, this is just an example because you'll get different numbers depending on which years you look at. But this is seasons 1 through 7 on Shark Tank. And you can see someone called up, this was from Forbes magazine, they called up like a 237 of people who went on Shark Tank, and 43% of the deals fell apart, 27% of the deals stayed the same, but then 30% of the deals changed. So even what you see on the show, right, nearly half get canceled, and then even if they do go through, the terms change. The numbers were I saw some more recent numbers as well, but didn't have as cool chart like this one, but it's the same kind of thing, and it's interesting as well is it actually varies by shark. You guys can see this here, so there's Mark Cuban, Damon, right? It all varies. It looks like Cubans may be the best one that you'd want to deal with, which is sort of why when you watch the show, right? No one wants to work with Kevin O'Leary. I'm sure it's obvious to you guys if everyone watched the show, and everyone wants to work with Mark Cuban. And this comes up because these sort of things is because, again, I understand how average viewers are on YouTube. I really understand. I mean, for example, just an hour ago, this is a comment that I got, and this person is sports for a living, and they write, and this is after a video that I made about staying young, staying healthy, these kind of things. This person says, "Sorry, dude, but you're Asian. All Asian people look younger than they actually are. It's in their genes. Same with people who has darker skin. Nevertheless, solid advice which would help regardless." And I just want to make this very, very clear. It's simply not true. It's simply not true. It is not true that every single Asian person out there has better genes and suddenly all Asian people look young. It's simply not true. This is the kind of nonsense that you got to essentially deal with on YouTube. And I get kind of angry because it's the same with, I'm trying to help people not get scammed by people like me, Kevin, these kind of things. And This is a real thing. There are bad people out there, and unfortunately, they take advantage of vulnerable people. Now, let me just readdress this. I made a whole video about it. I'll just make it very, very simple. If you eat unhealthy every single day, if you eat McDonald's every single day, if you smoke every single day, if you're out drinking every single day, it doesn't matter if you're Asian, Latino, Black, white, Arabic, it doesn't matter sort of any kind of person you are, you're not going to be healthy, you're going to age quickly, and you're going to die early. I'm not making up just random stuff. And so this is sort of why I like to show you guys the kind of stuff that we eat. I'll show you this, like for example, when we go out to just like these sort of restaurants in Korea, you can go to these places and it's interesting. They basically serve home cooked food. It's like a home cooked restaurant, and the food doesn't look exciting, right? Because it's just like basic food. The thing is, why is basic good? Because it doesn't have a lot of sugars and chemicals and a lot of other things that they add in there. And one of the things, and I know I got to repeat this over and over again because this is obvious when you see this stuff, is that some people simply don't know. What I mean by don't know, if you grow up in USA, which I did, everyone is eating cereal. Cereal is processed food, right? And I can just tell you, like you go to other places, not everyone eats cereal all the time. In fact, if you say, just for example, you live in China, Japan, or Korea, or a place like Vietnam, you may go out and you may just eat like fruits or vegetables for breakfast. You may just have rice for breakfast, right? You're not eating processed food. You go to USA, like people are eating like Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast or eating McDonald's for breakfast, this kind of thing, eating cereal. And even, before I mentioned in another video, even Michael Jordan's like, hey guys, you got to eat your Wheaties. The problem is that much of the American lifestyle is unhealthy. I'll give you some more examples. So this is a real thing. Much of American meat has a lot of chemicals and stuff, put into these things, especially like, for example, you eat chicken, they put chemicals into the chicken to make essentially chicken breasts bigger. These are basically mutant chickens, and essentially a lot of Americans are eating this stuff, and that's why obesity is such a problem. And I get frustrated and irritated, but for some people they'll write in comments, oh Chris, you're just giving simple advice to eat healthy and exercise. It's so simple, everybody knows. If that were true, then you guys would all be really healthy in the USA, right? There wouldn't be an obesity. People would be looking young. People would be taking care of yourself. But evidently, it's even though it's simple advice, people don't necessarily follow it. And I want to read through a few other comments because I know not everyone out there, things of what I'm saying is crazy stuff because I'm trying to build a community that people that want to get better, that also want to be around other people that talk about healthy things. I give you examples. So let's say you have a choice of friends, right? You can go hang out with friends in a city, and all of your friends, they're just like, hey guys, let's just go to the clubs and drink and smoke every night. Let's do that. Or you have another group of friends that's like, hey guys, let's go play basketball, let's go play soccer, let's go play football, like let's go exercise all the time, right? Your group of friends, the people you hang out with, the sort of energy that you put in your body, be it physical energy, be it food energy, be it mental energy, which I'm trying to fill your head with good thoughts, right? These kind of things develop who you are as a person. And again, this is sort of why I do this every single day. Think of it this way. For people, though, that like to go to church and like to do these kind of things, say once on Sunday, just for example, if everything that they say at church is so simple and everyone knows, why go? Why even go? And oftentimes, I'm sure you guys know why. You go on Sunday because you want to be reminded of the stuff that you want to believe, these kind of things. This is sort of why you do this. You make it part of your regular routine, your regular lifestyle to live healthy, right? It's a regular thing. And I'm also telling you guys as well, it's a daily battle for me. For anyone, like every time I go to the grocery store, and I'm sure you guys know this, you have to walk by the candy aisle every single time. Now, for people who don't have self-control, you're just going to be grabbing those Snickers bars, you're going to be grabbing those Reese's peanut butters, and you don't even think about it, right? Because you think that's normal. But what you have to do in today's world, because there are so many essentially temptations and dangers out there, is you got to just work on controlling yourself. And also, too, again, hang out with people that encourage a healthy lifestyle. So this is sort of why I wanted to show you the sort of average viewer on YouTube that actually kind of believes scammer people like Meet Kevin. And I mentioned Meet Kevin because he's out scamming people every single day, and I see it all the time. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And the other thing too I wanted you to think about as well, sort of why I like to do this with you guys, is like I try to stay calm and normal and just give you good advice. But I understand. I mean, I really get it. To the average person, if all the people around you are doing unhealthy things, and if all the other people around you don't really ever give you good advice, you think the stuff I say sounds crazy, right? You say, well, Chris, what are you talking about? I mean, all my friends go eat McDonald's every day. You're just dumb. You're just a party pooper. I mean, I just don't know what else to say. And so, I want to read some more comments from you guys because I think it's fun to share. So this is someone else. They're saying, LOL, video ended just when I was waiting on the last advice. Thanks for reminders. Most of the tips were kind of obvious, right? Like eating healthy and do exercise often and keep mind active. But still, whatever is obvious to some could not be to others, regardless of how common sense you think it is. Like think about crypto, right? For some people, it's obvious that crypto is a scam, but to others, they think crypto is going to go to the moon and you're all going to be rich because of crypto. But guys, a lot of it is a scam. Maybe all of it is a scam. That is how it is. The other thing is too, this person is saying, also, I like the tip on eliminating toxic relationships and surrounding yourself with the right people, which we just talked about. Context could make big differences. I was wondering, why would you consider the tip as a way to look younger? Is it unnecessary stress they bring, I suppose? Somehow, pretty happy with how you take on this, talking on these topics. I'm curious to hear more for sure. Yeah, and so the topic you're talking about is basically, I was talking about an old girlfriend who's basically calling me names all the time. And yes, if you are around someone who is abusive to you all the time, it grows gray hairs. It just creates a lot of stress, essentially what it is. And basic gist of it is you're trying to create a life to eliminate unnecessary stress and unnecessary bad influence in your life. And I'm telling you, it weighs over time. And the big thing is I always say the same thing. It's you look at someone who, say, enters in being president of the United States and then exits after they're 4 or 8 years, depending on, and they quickly age. It's not like, they're around bad people all the time. It's just that stress and having to work all the time ages you. And so, essentially what you're trying to do with your life is you're trying to create an environment to where it is conducive to living healthily and happily. Here's someone else's quote. This is Tom. Tom saying, it's not just fast food that is loaded with chemicals, fat, and sugar. Limiting one's consumption of junk food is equally important. This has been a public service announcement from Debbie Downer. Yes, it is a Debbie Downer that you can't eat, movie theater popcorn and Snickers all the time, but it is important to remind yourself that it is a thing. Here's another one. This is actually really interesting when we're talking about scammers. So Philip is writing, I would have used the analogy of moving from one country to another and then experiencing culture shock. One could add another layer of speaking the same language, say English or Spanish or Arabic, and the local people in your location still not quite understanding you or you not understanding them. Yet somehow you expect the people in this new country you moved to being able to perfectly understand you in the native language, even though you did not make the effort to learn anything about this new country and its people, customs, or culture before you arrived. So you end up with one bad experience after another. And the basic gist of it is like, say you're going to want to get into money and finance, this sort of stuff, and you didn't study, and then you go and you just listen to like a Larry Jones or Meet Kevin, and then you wonder why you lose all your money. And the point he's kind of making is like, you go to a new country, you should expect, if you want to do well, to take the time to study, to learn the language, to learn the culture and these kind of things. And I can just tell you guys, I speak 4 languages, and it's not by luck. It's not like I'm just genetic to where, because I'm an Asian person, therefore I can speak Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. I mean, it's the same for you watching. If you are a, say, white person, does that mean you automatically speak French, German, Italian, and Spanish or whatever, right? Does it because of genetics? No, it doesn't make any sense, right? And this is the thing, though, going back to the original comment where people say, like right here, an hour ago, sorry, dude, but you're Asian. All Asian people look younger than they actually are. It's their genes. Same with people who has darker skin. And you actually see this kind of stuff quite a bit on YouTube. I see it quite a bit on comments on videos that I make. You have no idea. I'm just showing you some because sometimes people don't believe me, but this is sort of what it is. In the same way, I'm showing you the kind of person who, say, watches Meet Kevin and just wants to make money, thinks they're going to be $10 million in the next couple of years, or person, like, for real, you saw it for yourself, who, puts a Tesla poster behind their desk, the big Cybertruck model, this sort of thing. These are the average people. And unfortunately, and this is sort of how I mentioned to you, is a lot of people struggle. They don't have any good people around them, and so the only influence that they have is someone like scammer people like Meet Kevin, and it's a real shame. And so I know I kind of long-winded on this one, but I hope you understand the message of this thing and sort of why I do this every day and try to show you that there are other ways to live, and it's not all about getting the Lambos and things like that. It's about educating yourself with the right things, surrounding yourself with the right people, and be careful out there because there's a lot of tricks and scams. So thanks again for watching one, and I'll catch you next video.